Good evening, everybody. Hey, this is Quentin Samuels, aka Mr. Q, and welcome to Mr. Q's Plugged In. Listen, we are in for a treat tonight. Look, I want y'all to share the video, share it right now. Wherever you are, just share the video. Share. Please share. Share the video tonight because we're going to have a little laughter tonight. You know, laughter is good for the soul. It's good medicine. And especially during a time like this, we need laughter. So tonight we got two funny women, Christian comedy. We have Miss T, who's a national comedian. Who's been at it for about 20 something years. And we also have Mother Mitty, who came on the scene about maybe 5 or 6, something like that, years ago, and just started wowing the people with some gut busting comedy, telling the truth on stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want to let you all know that we are glad to be here. I'm glad for the people that tune in to this show Mondays and Wednesdays. Don't forget Wednesday that we will actually be having a special guest because we have a conversation called cultural conversation. Why aren't we talking about it? So it's basically a conversation about what happens in our schools with our children of color, how the teachers don't understand and differentiate it, all these different things. So tonight, we gonna have some fun. So I want you to share this page, folks. Share this page. Cedric Smith, share the page. What's going on, bro? Yvette McElroy, she always share the page. She's one of our supporters here. We're trying to get her on the show to maybe get Sky on and talk about Sky shades and stuff. I've been watching Sky since the first day she started doing her company. But listen, hopefully we can have them on Wednesday night to come in and talk about Sky's company, who's doing really well at a young age. Ladies and gentlemen, share, because, hey, guess what? We about to have some fun tonight. And what I'm going to do right now, I'm about to introduce Miss T here, who's been at this comedy thing for a hot minute. She's been there for a few years. I don't know how many years, but ladies and gentlemen, from Austin, Texas, comedian Miss T. Miss T, how you doing?
Hey, I'm breathing this night. How you doing?
Hey, I'm breathing too. Breathing and drinking coffee.
You gonna be up all night.
Oh, yeah. So, Miss T, tell the people a little bit about yourself and how the comedy started. Because I don't know the whole story, but I know I met you some 10, 15 years ago.
It has been that long. You were rapping then.
Yes, I was doing Christian rap. Yes, ma'am.
So that's how long we've been together. Okay. You were rapping.
Yes, ma'am.
And, I had been doing, I think I kind of just started doing my comedy back then. I started in 2008. I decided to be professional with it in 2008. And so when my stories come from my Sunday school class. I used to be a Sunday school teacher. Don't be shocked, but I used to be a Sunday school teacher, and I started at the age of 8 years of age. And so I taught Sunday school till I was like 16. So my story started from listening to things that my kids said. And so I remembered those, and I would share those when I was emceeing events and hosting events. I would share the stories of, my Sunday school kids and other things I've seen happen in the church, other auxiliaries. The only thing I didn't do as a youth was be a usher. That's because I sang in the choir, and we didn't have junior deacons and deaconesses back then. And so you were very limited with what you could do. But now the auxiliaries got some of everything. Just everything now.
Yeah, they got all kind of ministries.
Oh Lord, all worshipful arts and all ministers of praise and worship. What? Praise and worship director. You got 4 members, but you got a minister of praise and hey, I'm sorry. Okay. And so yes, I've been doing it a little while.
I was telling people that when years ago, when I was doing Deacon Ray, I think I did Deacon Ray I believe it's at a birthday party you brought me to. And I remember you telling me, you said, hey, have you ever thought about doing comedy outside of the suit? And I was like, Because I didn't think it would go over well because back then everybody had a character. It was like 50,000 characters everywhere. Deacon
Uh-huh.
Ray, Mama Sue, Brother Willie Joe, Sister Cantaloupe was out. It was so many of them, but they were scattered. But then social media wasn't like it was now.
Yeah.
So they didn't have that. You didn't have that lane that you can just because it was congested. It's congested now, but it wasn't as congested back then because a lot of them didn't know how to utilize social media that way. So I
Yeah.
remember you telling me that, and I tried it, and I liked it. Then one day you said, "Where's Deacon Ray?" I was like, "Shoot, man, dude." I started having fun without Deacon Ray. I left him at the house. He didn't like that too well.
You remember when you came to my book signing and you came as yourself, Mr.
Yeah.
Q, and my aunt who was emceeing, she said, "Well, where's that Deacon Ray fella? I was looking for the old man."
Yeah,
I didn't
they
realize
be
he was
looking for
that young.
they be looking for old Deacon Ray. I'm gonna tell y'all, and the reason I mentioned Deacon Ray is because now, Miss T, just when we thought there was not gonna be another Christian comedic character, as I call it, that's funny,
Uh-huh.
because it's not trying to be funny. It's a lot of them out there,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
a lot of them not funny. It's like they overdoing things, but. You like Deacon Ray was a natural old man who just
yeah.
told what he felt. And I'm telling y'all, this lady we about to bring up here, Miss T, this lady, look, she ain't finna cut no corners. She probably meditating right now, but she ain't finna cut no corners. She comes out and she tells it. She tells it like it is, and she got testimonies and everything. She done been through a whole bunch of stuff, Deacon Ray. I mean, Miss T. And she talked to Deacon Ray a couple of times. They had a couple. Then they found that they were relatives. Her and
Oh
Deacon Ray.
Lord, how about
Yeah,
that?
yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen. I'm introducing now to y'all to the Mr. Q's plugged in platform, Mother Mitty.
Yay!
Hello, hello,
Hey,
Miss
Mother.
Hello.
Mr. Q, Lil Q. That's what I call him. I knew that since he was born. Quit sipping on that drink like that. Hey, Miss T, baby, it's so good to. Put that face with that name, baby. You are gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Thank
You are
you.
gorgeous. Everybody out there adding at the Facebook land, the what is it? The
The live
stream.
stream
Yeah,
streaming,
That's
yeah.
it.
you close.
Welcome,
I'm
welcome.
trying to share now and I'm not able to. I don't know if it's my phone or what's going on, but ooh, I'm
Well,
gonna keep trying.
why you didn't give a welcome?
Well,
You,
I done shared it. I done shared it. And
She
I done,
did he
I
did the
done.
church announcements already,
oh,
mother.
we
Yeah,
did. Okay,
yeah.
Yes, ma'am,
okay.
he
Now,
did.
now,
Yeah.
do you have any announcements, Mother Mitty?
Well, I got one announcement. Uh, let's see what I got here. Okay, the announcement for the Watch Meet service is canceled.
Oh,
Watch Meet is canceled. It's too dark, and we can't cut the lights on at the church after 6. So we can't have Watch Meet service.
why y'all can't turn them on after 6?
Well, we got 12 members. And 8 of them go to bed at 5:30 when it get dark, because we ain't gonna have nobody come out. And we all need rides. We all need rides. So we just gonna cancel it and we'll see everybody Sunday. We'll see everybody Sunday. We're not gonna have Watch Me.
So what y'all gonna do about New Year's?
I'm going to somebody's church, man. I'm not sitting up in my domain. I'm going to
Okay.
church. What you gonna do, Miss T? What you going out? What you going to the church?
I think I'm gonna be doing the virtual New Year this year because that way I can shout right there on my couch. Because I have this special shout. It's called a flat line, and it
How
goes
I go?
straight like that, and I can just do that right here on my couch. Yeah. So
Come
I'm
on,
gonna
and
do
you know your couch gonna catch you. Come on, somebody.
that's it. That's it.
No,
These ushers, I scared of ushers. If I take off running, they back up, and then one had the nerve to pull out a red cape, talking about old lady and stay in the yellow line, lady. So hey,
Oh, she's
make
so
it hard to shout at you.
disrespectful.
y'all know Miss T,
That's so disrespectful.
Hey,
I
listen,
know that is.
y'all know Deacon Ray how he go to church. Y'all know how he go to church.
How?
Deacon Ray when he go to church, He just sit in front of the TV. He been doing virtual.
He
He
been doing it.
Yeah, he sit in front of the TV. I asked him, I said, D, what do you do for church? He said, well, I sit up here and I watch television and I watch all the services. TBN, CBN, SBC, ABC, even the churches over in China. And he say, what I do is during offering time, I throw the offering at the TV and pick it back up to the next broadcast, and I throw the offering at the TV. And he said they call him a chill forgiver because he don't mind giving. Because he said after all them services over with, after them services over with, he can take that money and go get him a root beer. Because Deacon Ray love root beer. He love to drink root beer.
Now that's the drink right there. Root beer is the drink.
Yeah, he
I
love to
think
drink.
they need to change the flavor of the communion anyway. Everybody, they need some prune juice for real, or they need some root beer. I think it'll make them smile more. You think so?
You know, I think so. I want them to go back to the crackers where you have to crunch them up like that in the plate.
Yes, yeah, real crack.
You know how long it take a 79-year-old person to open that little plastic off that cup?
Yeah.
I be done missed it. I miss it every first Sunday. I got to get, and I don't like people touching my drink, so I don't want no help. I don't want nobody touching my, we don't like people touching the rims of our cups and stuff. We don't do that. And so I get communion every time they do it.
And let me tell y'all, I found out what the problem was, Miss T. I fixed it, so see if you can share now. But let me tell y'all what I'm gonna tell y'all something. The worst thing in the world, and you got to reset it, log out and log back in, or just refresh the page.
Okay.
So here's the deal. Being a musician, this is just serious. This serious, all seriousness. Being a musician, they bring that to you. You sitting up there playing. I know it was the blood, and I know it. I'm up there singing, and I got the organ going, my feet going, and both of my hands going, and they come and bring me the cup. I'm like, wait a minute, dude. So I'm like this playing. I'm like, cause he come on this side right here. Don't come on this side. Come on this side. They always come on it. And this is the chord hand. This is the hand I chord with. You can't come on the chord hand. Come on the bass line hand.
There you go.
And then by the time I get it, everybody else is open. So when I go, I know it was the blood for me. And they done already opened up their communion. So guess what?
We do by the time the musician get ready to get theirs.
Yeah. So now I got to take that little dissolving piece of paper that's on the top of that cup, pop it up, and stick it on my tongue, and I have to wash it down with that little bit of drink that they got, because that thing tastes like cardboard paper. Who came up with that thing?
Somebody cheat.
Somebody got lazy.
Yeah, they got lazy. Little bitty cardboard piece of paper.
Miss T, they got lazy.
But do you notice how far back some of those people put their heads to get that little bit of juice? I mean, it's like they had a throwback. They went back when they used to take these shots. Their head go all the way back just to get that. It ain't even a teaspoon.
Ain't no juice in that thing. Look, and get what? Don't let it sit out too long. Cause you're drinking. You'll be drinking. You'll be like this. Oh Lord. That thing done fermented and turned into wine.
I mean, it ain't no power in that drop. Ain't no power in that drop they giving us.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's sad.
Not at all.
2021, let's go back to the crackers and Welch's juice.
Hey, and that Welch's juice is good.
Come
Welch's
on.
is good.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
That was the best stuff back in the day when nothing topped it.
Hey, I used to take the Welch's juice with my daddy, because my dad is a pastor. He was a pastor before we joined this other church. And I used to take the Welch's juice, pour it in a cup. You know how you do Oreos and milk and cookies? Hey, I take that Welch's juice and take the rest of them crackers that was left over and dip it off in there.
Dip it up. Come on. Be snacking. Be back there. Yes.
Oh Lord. So y'all have been doing comedy. Well, Mother Mitty, tell me this. What made you just want to travel and cause you tell the truth, but what made you just want to travel and just tell people about themselves and they make them laugh? But you telling the truth. See, you tell the truth, but it's funny. So what made you want to start doing that?
Because Q and Miss T, it's not enough people telling the truth about what goes on.
That's true.
It's a lot of people going around falsifying. And you don't need to falsify what need to be told straight out. If you're cutting up, you need to be told you're cutting up. If you're getting your nails done and your kids ain't ate, somebody need to tell you. See what I'm saying is? So I'm saying, if somebody got to go forth and tell the truth. I ain't scared to travel. And now, I mean, we do have to be aware in the COVID, but he asked me about when I first started, or I didn't mind going to and fro. I don't mind being a discipline for Christ. I don't mind. I'll go wherever he sent me. And I'm sure you feel the same way, Miss T, wherever God sent us, because we vessels. Right. And we don't get, now at times it could be difficult, Q, because you've been in this a while and you one of the men in this. See, for women, at times it get a little difficult.
Yeah.
Some people don't want to hear us. They think we're going to get up there and bash men. I ain't got to bash nobody. I had 4 husbands I could bash. They gone now. I ain't got to worry. I ain't bashing no man. I ain't got to go nowhere and bash nobody. The ones I was bashing, they dead.
No, Lord.
So, and they think we out to get them or attack them or be rivals with them. No, we all in this together, especially when we making people laugh in the Lord in a comfortable way, So
it's still a male-dominated industry. It just is. The comedians, it is, and I think the men, of course, have the longer longevity, but. I mean, and I understand women stop to have families, raise their kids and all of that, but still, it's still a male-dominated field, no matter if you're in the gospel side or the secular side. So it's harder. We women have to work harder, push harder, beg harder sometimes, and just make things happen that just seem like, this is out of character, but sometimes when God sets you to be a trailblazer, you just need to just do it and do it afraid.
And that's exactly right. And you're right. It's not only on the comedy side, it's with singles, male dominant, maybe I can't say them words. It's the male taking over.
Yeah.
And then I used to be a musician a couple of weeks at the church.
Gosh, girl, you had that much practice.
I played for about 3 weeks and quit. But speaking as a female musical, the male, you remember when the women's was all the piano players you saw back in the day. It was all women's. Now you look up, it's all the guys and the women's is sitting down. I mean, where have we gone? See, I don't know what happened with that. I used to love to go into a church to see a woman sitting on that piano tearing it up. But now you have, the men who have stepped up, they have more instruments in the church, so you have more of the men's. But we ain't going nowhere. Sometime ask us to play Pass Me Not.
Okay.
We can play every praise.
Girl.
We can play it.
I got a left hip tambourine. They scared to let me play no more.
Take it anyway. Girl. I take mine everywhere.
You take your
everywhere.
I need to get me one
everywhere. Q, what do you think about that? What do you think is women should come back and play, or is it? Yeah, I mean, what you think?
Y'all want me to be honest?
Yes.
Be honest.
I'm gonna tell y'all what happened.
What happened? So what happened then?
So when I was little, I didn't want to play the piano because the men I knew that played the piano looked like the women that played the piano.
Lord have mercy.
But he already dead. Little Richard is gone to heaven.
Oh, you had Little Richard, you had Lil Barachi, you got Elton John. Do I need to keep naming?
You had my cousin Lionel. Oh Lord, I'm so sorry.
So look, when I was little, I didn't want to play no piano because I was like, everybody that playing piano. And we had we had one musician named Tyrone. And brother Tyrone, he had these long fingernails about that long.
Oh
So
Lord.
so when he would play the piano, you hear and he wasn't playing no chords, and he was singing "What a Fellowship." What a fellowship. Ding, 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 ding. He stayed on the one the whole time. I'm leaning on Jesus.
Oh
Christ.
Lord.
And he really thought, Tyrone really thought he was getting down. And so
No.
what happened was a lot of these musicians, a lot of them, they like the men were playing the drums back then, the men,
Uh-huh.
and the bass
Uh-huh.
guitar. So
That's
all
right.
of a sudden, they just pushed the women out the way, and for some reason, the women just kind of went on. I think they switched
You
because
right.
most women now playing drums and bass. They was playing keys back
Yeah.
then. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's almost like the women had that. The women dominated the piano and the organ. Like we had some women that was cold back in
Yeah.
Hearn. Yeah, we had a woman that could play with her feet. Like she could play the piano with her feet, both of them. And her name was Miss William, and she played with her hands and her feet. And she played both feet on the pedal and everything. And all of a sudden, I noticed a lot of the older women started dying, passing off, and then a
Yeah.
lot of the
Yeah.
young men kind of took over. But I will say this: back then, it was like I guess that's where they said the women supposed to be on the piano, and the men was working on Sundays. So I guess the men started losing their jobs, and they just started playing the piano. I don't know,
Lord have mercy.
I'm glad to see them come back because I mean it's been hard enough to get men to come to church because of their
Come on.
jobs or maybe because of the way they were raised. You know, if
yep.
they were raised to
Oh,
go to a tent revival every time the tent popped open, their mama dragging them to the tent and getting them baptized, and they've been baptized enough times. Every time they go to the tent revival, their mama getting them baptized for what they gonna do, and then
ah,
they've been baptized enough to cover the city of Elgin for two or four people. Um, Stuff like that would turn them off because they don't understand what's going on. They're just drunk because their mama drug them for real.
good.
But I'm glad to see that men are coming back into the church, finding their roles, and the
Uh-huh.
church is finding a way to reach them and keep them. And
But
that had been missing, you know. That
but you
had
know
been missing.
That's
the
true.
problem that the men musician got though,
What?
they be high when they be.
Oh no.
Them
Oh
boy,
no.
them boys be playing that piano. They be like this. Drummer come
Lord
in,
have mercy.
bass guitar come in, eyes be bloodshot red, smell like he been walking through the forest. And you
Mercy.
know,
Oh, yeah,
so,
they got to that stuff got to be
they,
cut out. You're right. That's what's going on.
Mother
And it,
Mitty, Mother
yeah.
Mitty.
Huh?
Somebody asked, Lil Elder Donnie Nelson.
Lil,
Lil he
Pastor.
he asked if he could have a piece of your gum.
And this was the last piece. I killed half of it through service Sunday. And I looked in my purse. I said, I still got half of it. And I put it in there. I've been going at it ever since.
Yeah, he asked. Oh Lord, you had that gum in your mouth since Sunday?
Since this morning, I chew gum all day. See, I get the flavor out of it. I got to get all of the juices out of it.
Oh,
You
so
know,
Lord.
you got to get it out of there. Miss T,
oh,
did you
Gum
get?
used to last back in the day. I mean, the flavors nowadays they don't last. You don't even
they
get
go
10
so
good
fast.
minutes.
Come
Hey,
on.
they don't even have a commercial no more.
Now,
I
Extra
know.
flavor
Fruit
for the
Stripe
extra
Grown.
a
long.
long
Yeah,
time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Extra long time. Big Red had them people kissing through the whole commercial off one
I
piece
So
of
know.
gum.
did. And I
Big
know they
Red
look
burn
at
your
hot
tongue
with
all
that
that
cinnamon.
cinnamon flavor.
Come
Yeah,
Give
on.
you fresh breath
Burning
too.
lips. That lip was burning. That cinnamon strong.
Yes, it was.
that
Ooh.
was real gum.
That was
Real.
made you cry while you were chewing it because your tongue on
Now
fire.
now
Come
now I
on.
gotta chew like 17 pieces.
Come on.
Yeah, you gotta chew like 17 pieces now to get what you're trying to get.
Mm-hmm.
My Lord.
So Miss T, do you
Yes, sir.
oh excuse me, y'all didn't hear that, did you?
Huh?
No.
That was
I told you to
unprofessional.
put them cups down.
Hey, look. Look. Got my orange juice.
Oh,
Juice.
Lord.
Then I have to, y'all. I got to keep myself right. I'm trying to fight this COVID thing. I don't want COVID around me. Ain't no COVID
I
here.
hear. Huh?
But what I was going to ask you, Miss T,
Yes, sir.
You have some projects from years ago, and like your first comedy, you had some story. They were true stories, but they were so funny to the people. Like the kids in vacation Bible school. This how y'all know I've been knowing Miss T a long time. She
Yeah, because
she
vacation Bible school. Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah, she talk about the kids in vacation. Miss T,
Yeah.
okay, what I want you to do, straight off the fly, I want you to tell them that story about those kids in vacation Bible school. The ones when they was asking the Bible scriptures.
Oh, well, being a Sunday school teacher and in the traditional Baptist church, every quarter all the Sunday school classes come together and do a review, right, of the 4 weeks of the month, what y'all talked about. And so I would have my kids. Now, mind you, when I say my kids, I had the 3-year-olds to 5-year-olds, and the ones that can walk, even if they couldn't talk. So I had the babies, and as long as they could walk, I had them. So, so we'd stand in front of the uh, congregation, and you know how kids are. They already shy. They already looking at each other, wondering what the other one doing. They're gonna do whatever the other one's doing, and so I was asking them. I said, "Oh, what? Give me a scripture. Give us a scripture. Just do scripture memory." And one little boy said, "Jesus wept." And the little boy next to him said, "He sure did." See, so he didn't know a verse, so we used his verse. And I asked kids, I said, "Okay, well, let's try. What was the seventh commandment?" The seventh commandment is, "Thou shalt not admit adultery." I said, "Okay. Well, what about the 10th commandment? Give me the 10th commandment." And this little boy says, "Thou shalt not take the covers off thy neighbor's wife." So you just have to give them a hand and and let them go. And so, yeah, so the kids doing the best they could. And I had one little girl, she come into the classroom. She was about 4. She come into the classroom already. She was so dramatic. She come in there, teacher, my diarrhea hurt. And I said, your diarrhea? I said, "Where is your diarrhea?" "Right here in my forehead, my diarrhea hurt." I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, why don't we just go over here and sit down a moment and hold your diarrhea and might get to feeling better, okay? And if it doesn't start feeling better, we'll let you go sit with your mama." Okay, she just did not want to be there.
Bless her
But
heart.
she didn't know that I knew where the diarrhea was.
Yeah,
And I wonder if she went in therapy when she figured it out.
Hey, you know what? I bet she was embarrassed when she figured it out.
Oh Lord, I
Lord
say,
have
yeah, you
mercy.
don't know. I already know where the diarrhea is, but
Cause you
okay, baby, just go sit down. Let's see if we can make it.
and you know what I
Lord have
like.
mercy.
You know what I like. That's what I like. I tell people all the time. When you do, I feel like when you do comedy, I felt guilty because I would do comedy and like I'd have to make up story. I had to find stuff just to make
Mm-hmm.
up stuff. And I was like, you got to do something. So I started taking real conversation, and even with Deacon Ray, I just started taking real stuff
Mm-hmm.
that was happening. And that's when you started doing it. I was like, you know what? That's what I need to do. She telling real stories because a lot of Christian comedians, and I hate this. The way a lot of them get ahead is that they make up stuff, or listen. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. They be stealing from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I heard a joke just the other day by a comedian that I know good and well. I heard back when I first heard a Christian comedian,
Yeah.
and you know Broderick Rice been doing comedy for since the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know
Yes.
him and I think back then it was him.
And Ricky
Uh,
Smiley.
well back in the 80s it was in the Christian comedy. It was
Oh,
Broderick, Sister Cantaloupe, and it was one.
Jonathan
It was
Silker.
Jonathan.
Jonathan Sloan.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Jonathan
Mm-hmm.
Slocum.
Yeah.
Cause everybody started doing the mama them joke, and I was like, "That's Jonathan Slocum, mama them," cause that was Laugh Yourself to Life. That was back in
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that
'99.
sure was.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
here's the deal: if they come around people like us who literally, cause a lot of people don't research other comedians, they just think they the comedian. So you better start researching, cause you gonna think you made that joke up and you gonna see it. So or you gonna think people don't know about that comedian, and that's what a lot of them do. They think people don't know, and they'll steal a joke. And I'll be like, man, wait a hold up, man. I remember that joke when I was like 13.
Come on.
I remember that when I was like, yeah.
Mhm. I remember that when you had I think it was supposed to be your first live DVD comedy recording, and you had me and Jazz Tate and White Chocolate, who I had never met before.
Yo.
And so, and White Chocolate did a great job considering he wasn't an official gospel comedian, he was secular. He said all the right things, what have you. And and then less than a year later here in Austin, there were like two restaurant clubs owned by African Americans who were trying to create more traffic for their club. So they started instituting comedy nights. So White Chocolate came down. I think he was from Houston, but he came down and he was on stage. He did the exact same material that he did in that church on your program. However, he put cuss words in it. And I was like, you were funnier without the cuss words because we really laughed in the
Yeah.
church, And I was kind of like, whoa, well, you didn't have to put all of that in there. And to me, you can't be well, you can if you have a clean conscience, but I can't in clean conscience and have peace with myself. Talk about God, mention his name, and then turn around in the same breath and use a cuss word to try to emphasize a point because it wasn't necessary.
Come
He
on.
even how he pulled out them big old draws. You remember how he he did that at that club, and I was like, it was the exact same material, except that he, used cuss words, and I was like, and then go sit up there and talk about, y'all, thank y'all for letting me be. I'm a clean comedian. Is that all right? And I was sitting there going, Dad, you went too far, Junior. You should have stopped there,
Hey, listen.
walked off the stage, because that made it really bad, I think, when he
Listen,
said that.
I could tell you some stuff on that one, but I have a lead alone. Mother Mitty, how you feel? See, you've been around a long time.
Oh, yes.
How you feel about when you hear these comedians and they just cussing and all that stuff on a guard stage, on guard stage?
I've actually shared the stage. It was at a Valentine's Day event. And I went out there and I'm like, okay, it was a host there and everything, really good, relatable. And the people in the audience were pastors and first ladies. So, and it was like a couples thing, everybody looked great. Show was going fine. And so one of the comedians, younger man, and he was telling, like couple jokes. So they were, it was all right. And then he used some cuss words and kept saying, oh, y'all, excuse me, I ain't saved yet, that kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, you knew who were going to be here. I just think that's a high level of disrespect. You got to know your surroundings. That's a high level of disrespect to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you already know this is a Christian atmosphere, you got pastors and first ladies that are there for the evening as your guests. You watch your mouth. Now, if you know you can't contain that tongue, you pass the event on to somebody else.
Yeah, give it to somebody else.
It's very uncomfortable to have to, your role and being there, and then you hit on that language. Now you don't let it stop what you have to do. Because I still went forth and did what I was supposed to. But at the same time, it's like you want everybody to be on one accord. And when people is cussing, that don't feel comfortable. It's even more uncomfortable if the pastors is laughing.
Yeah, but that's what people like, and it gets to me sometime because it seems like they like the cussing more than they like the regular comedy. It's like what Miss
It's
T
like
go?
if you ain't cussing, you ain't doing nothing.
If you ain't cussing, it ain't funny.
Yeah.
And I did a show
wait a minute, Q. Where did Miss T go?
That's
Did
what
we
I was
lose her?
looking. Where she go? I'm finna text her and
Try to
see where
get her.
she at.
Yeah, try to get her. But for all of you out there, what you do, just make sure you get all the details when you're being booked at these different venues and events. Make sure you get all the details. What type of event it is. Don't go in wide open, not knowing anything. And you got a lot. You got your what they call it. You got your material ready, but you don't know what kind of crowd it is. Don't have your material, your club material, and you thinking you can take it over here. Please get all the information when you're booking. That way you'll know what you need to do. Because there are some comedians who can do,
Both.
church events and they can do the clubs. They know how to separate, but you gotta get your details. Ask all the questions. What kind of crowd it is? Is it a youth day? Is it what is it? Get all your information so that when you get there, no one feels offended or disrespected by your material. You got to know your audience.
And I did a show one time. Oh, I did a show one time, and I got a question for you in a minute, mother Mitty. I'm
All
gonna let
right.
you. Somebody just stay asking questions. I did a show one time, and every comedian there was cussing, but all I did was just take what happened that week, and because I watched the news, I just took what happened that week. Matter of fact, I don't know if you remember, Mother Mitty, when the Carnival Cruise Line, all the electricity went out.
Yes,
And
I
they got stranded in the water. So I started talking about that, and because you can imagine a bunch of little kids running around, and they got to go use the restroom, and the toilets ain't flushing, and I
Come
was
on.
talking about people peeing all out the boat and all that, but I did it without cussing. People
That's
had to,
right.
so then after that, the dude said, "Hey man, how did you do?" That with that, I said, "Cause cussing is not in me, and it's not a part of my lifestyle." See, what people don't
Come
understand
on.
is, the part of a person's lifestyle by their full conversation in church, out of church. If every word they say is a cuss word, they lifestyle is that's how they talk. But you got
That's
those
right.
people who want to cuss. They don't know how to cuss. They don't even use the words right. Or when they cuss, they feel guilty and they got a conscience. You ain't supposed to be cussing. Brother Donnie, Lil Donnie say, what about the quartet groups that cuss at the program?
Lord have mercy. Now and we all now Q, Donnie, all y'all. We done seen how it go. We done seen them do it. We done heard it. Sometimes sitting right next to them. And it is offensive. It go back to what you just said. You made a very valid point. That's not a part of you. If it's not a part of you, not a part of your regular conversation, then you know what to do. Like they asked you, how did you do that? They asked you, how did you tell that joke without cursing? Because that's where God can be creative with us. When everybody else is saying other stuff, God can use us to do the same thing without using profanity. He can use it. It's all about being creative. That's where your quick wit come in at, and you were able to shift it, make the people laugh without even disrespecting yourself, your standards, or anyone. And that's what it's about. Now, this quartet, Justin, I'm totally against that. I don't understand how you can tell me, cuss at whoever and using all these words, and then want to tell me anybody know it been good. I'm lost right there. Because my thing is, I know he good. But the way you talking is like he only good when you up there, because when you get down here, you giving the devil the glory because you're talking crazy to people.
You better talk, mother.
You got to give God the glory all the time. So you can't tell me to do one thing on stage and then another thing in the parking lot. I'm not a phone. I'm not two-way. I'm one way.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you got to be right. It and it come when you're serious about what you're doing. you're gonna take it seriously. If you're a quartet singer and that's what you do and you love it, you're gonna take it seriously. We are comedians. We take it seriously. We get
Yeah.
the message out and we believe in what we're doing. And we ain't got to sugarcoat nothing for nobody. If it is gonna be what it's gonna be. There are those that are going to laugh, and then there's some that don't, because some people are just not. I think it works better for us if we realize that people are entitled to laugh when they want and not laugh when they want. Just like music. If we all accept that everybody don't like what you're doing, but they might like the next person, that's fine. Everybody's entitled. Don't get mad. Oh, them jokers dead and now tonight. No, and it don't mean you lacking anything. You just might not have been what they expected. And then Q and Miss T, I know y'all have experience where you didn't know if it was going to be accepted and it turned out to be amazing. Because we sometimes we go places and we don't know what to expect out of the crowd because we never been there. And then, some people are not into the church comedy. They feel like you shouldn't even be laughing. Nothing's funny
Right.
about God, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it make you feel like you gotta second guess what you do. But if you go forward with what God already gave you, it works. It works. Even if
Mm-hmm.
even if 2 or 3 people laugh out of 600, that's 2 or 3 people that laugh. You did your job. You did your job.
I know I did a comedy show at a club for a Mother's Day program, and
Mm,
I knew that I would be the only clean comic there, but I didn't let that deter me. And I did my clean set, and afterwards, 2 young white guys, they had to be like 20, well, you had to be 21 to enter the place, so they had to be like 21, 22ish. And they came up to me and they said, you know what? You were really funny. I would have never thought that church stuff would have been that funny. She said, we were here to support our friend, but you were really funny. We enjoyed you. And I said, ooh, one for the kingdom, because that's what it's about, changing that mindset. Because
come
I'm
on.
not bashing anybody else's uh, religion, any other denominations. We're not down talking anybody. We're just talking about stuff to have fun about, family issues, your children issues,
Come on.
anything that causes you to laugh. That's what I share. Like on my post, anything that I get a chuckle out of, I think somebody else might get a chuckle out of it, so I share it.
And
And then
that's what
sometimes
it's
the stuff I
about.
don't get either, I say, well, somebody might get it. I'll send it
Come on.
because it takes all of us. We all have different ways that we can have an impact, and there are things that Q is better at than I am. And there have been times when
That's right.
people call and invite me to their event, and I'll say, well, what is it about? And they'll tell me, and I say, oh, I have a guy who would be better at that than I am. And the only thing that's different Q from me is the fact that he can play and I can't, but I can sing, but I can't play for myself. But I've recommended him for events that I thought that he would be better suited for. But that comes with having a relationship with somebody and not feeling threatened with somebody and feeling like you're
Come
in
on.
competition with somebody, to be able to say, hey, I somebody could do a better job than I can. Let me recommend you to Mr. Q. And I'll
Yeah.
call him and say, hey, I got somebody here who wants that, is going to call you about an engagement. So the way I look at it, the more we can collaborate and be friends, the better we can all get. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
I'm
That's
I'm gonna
right.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. With I hear myself somewhere, but I'm gonna tell you this. Like when I've gone places, and when I walk in, I immediately assume I was like, oh Lord, this crowd here, oh Lord. But then, but sometime I would go to those places, and I would see the way I determine how my set's gonna be
Uh-huh.
is a lot of the people come there. You can tell if they came for the comedy or you can tell if they just came for the event itself. Because you have some people, I don't know if y'all ever had this, when they get up to do the welcome, they laughing.
Mm-hmm.
When they get
Yeah.
up to say, we glad to be here tonight, they laughing. When the preacher gets up to talk to the people. He laughing. So you already know. I'm like, shoot, man, this right here. I can get up there and say boo, and they just gonna laugh, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
then you had these other events where when
They're
you
tight
walk in
low.
there, you already know when you walk in there, they like this, and they
Come
sitting
on.
there like this right here, you know. And I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. I figured out the chemistry, the formula. I figured out the formula to get to those people. I remember one time I was doing Deacon Ray and I was in Tyler, Texas, and I was talking about what was I talking about? I was talking about a song, and the lady say, you better quit playing with God in church. And I said, you know the problem with us is
Oh,
I said, we can't laugh. And
Uh-huh.
when she said it, I said, we can't laugh. And we always wondering why we're walking around here with holes in our stockings and old clothes on. And don't nobody want to give you nothing because you got frowns on your face all the time. I told the lady, I said, if you smile sometime, woman, somebody bless you with some stockings. I had to catch myself
come
because,
on. Come
but
on.
look, I had to tell her. I was like, look, I ain't just your typical up. In school, we used to do what do they call it? Capping in
Uh-huh.
school.
Uh,
And see what people try to do is they trying to do you like I'm like you don't do people. They try to make you feel uncomfortable. Like you ain't supposed to be up there laughing. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I got joy. How about you? You can't have no joy if you frowning up with your mouth shut down like that.
See,
You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
God.
You see
Preach.
what I'm saying?
you.
So I had to tell her. Yeah. Hey, but I guess what? Once I told her that, she enjoyed the rest of the show.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And then I've been places where I didn't feel comfortable because I'm gonna tell you what they do a lot of times. They'll put comedy in the middle of a praise and worship event
Mm.
or a choir concert or
Q, shut your
yeah,
mouth.
that's what I'm
Because
saying.
they do that. It's like they don't know where to put us. And I be
Well,
like,
they
wait a
don't
minute.
until you tell them. I mean, because I've from the bat told people, they were, well, we want to put you on this musical. I say, I have two rules. You either put me before the singing start or right after you take up the offering to open up the second
Open
half.
up. There
I
you
said,
go.
because I lead praise and worship as well. But I can definitely read my audience, and that's why I'm like you, Q. You can just walk in the building, and I can totally sense, man, this place is heavy. I can't do some of the skits that I want to be known for, right? That I'm supposed to be known
Yeah.
for. And I've also learned that the primitive Baptists, they don't want you dancing in their church. So when I go to them, I have to leave all my dancing skits out.
Oh,
You better
no.
not. You better
Honey,
not.
they just too stuck up for that. Oh Lord. But
Yeah,
anyway, so
yeah.
yeah, you just I told him, I said, that's where you put me. I said, because you don't put me at the end. Because one program I went to, and the lady, she said, we're gonna put you at the end. I said, oh no. She said, we have you at the end. I said, no, ma'am. I said, I specifically told the person who invited me I let them know, you either need to put me at the beginning of the second half to open up the second half. After the offering is, to me, is the second half. I say I have to be the first thing up while people are coming back from the restroom, getting their water, whatever. I said, because if the last person is singing and they have such an anointing on them, I said, I'm gonna be falling under too, and I won't be able to do what you come wanted me to do because I'm
End up
slinging it
singing.
not like everybody else. So now you need to tell them where to put you in the same at pastors' anniversaries. I said, don't put me when people are eating. You put me before people eat,
Come
before y'all say
I
the
on.
was
grace.
just
So
about
you
to
need to
ask.
tell them where
Ooh,
to put you. Yeah, I always ask, well, what else do you have? What other activities do you have? Do you have speakers? Do you, are people going to be coming on after this? And I'll tell them, well, you don't want no more than 15 minutes because you've got other things planned. So you have to tell them, and they
that's
usually
right.
be, oh, okay, because sometimes they hadn't thought about where to put you. So I always tell them
Right.
where to put me. I'm
So what I
specific.
That's good.
so what
That's
I
good.
what I what I was gonna ask y'all too. You just answered the question. When we go do these banquets, and I know Mother Media, you matter of fact, during the COVID, you've done a lot of banquets,
Yeah.
and they having food. You know what I tell people? I tell y'all this, and I hate to say this, and it's not funny, But I literally had a woman, and this is what made me tell people, I do not put me up to do comedy while you're eating, because
Yes,
I
yes.
literally had a woman
Yeah.
to die in an event. She started laughing, and I think she was already kind of sick, but she started laughing and she was eating and she started choking. And I thought that it was because everybody was laughing.
Mm.
Oh my. What happened to her?
So the people who were with her didn't recognize that something wasn't quite right. She gets CPR.
Do he need CPR? Because he's stuck.
What?
Woo!
It's all that orange juice that fell in the mic.
He didn't have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You told him he gonna be on that till you told him.
Oh, it's too late at night to be drinking all that stuff.
You
I mean,
told
I'm
him
taking immunity boosting stuff as well, but I take it first thing in the morning.
in
I
the
take a
morning.
pill
Come
and
on.
I drink this immunity booster stuff that I have to put
Yeah,
in water.
yeah,
So
and
I've been
and that
taking.
it really does help. I take that
Mhm,
too, and it's
mhm.
better in the morning, like you say, not at night. That
Not at
you'll
night.
never go to bed.
Well, he's a night owl. I am too, but stuff like that, I just rather take in the morning so it can work through my body during the day.
Yeah.
And I'm most active in the mornings anyway. And by
Uh,
2 o'clock, my body's like woo, because I
yeah.
wake up at 3, girl, without an alarm clock.
3.
Well, I used to have to be at work at 7, and so my body,
Oh,
for some reason, the last 3 weeks, I'm noticing is going back, it's reverting back to its old habit of waking me up at 3. I'll get up and take a shower, but I do meditation till 4:30. I get in the
uh-huh.
shower between 4:30 and 5. Then I'm trying to dress because I'm walking out the door at 6. So
It's
yeah,
okay.
I had to
Okay.
be at work at 7, but my body still wakes up at 3 no matter what.
Oh wow.
Y'all, I
Yeah.
Welcome
disappeared.
back.
I disappeared for
Ah,
some reason. I don't know
you
what
be
happened.
ghosting on us.
I had to reset the room for some reason.
Hmm.
Oh,
That
okay.
ain't never happened to me. I don't know what was going on. Suddenlink said we're connected. No, y'all ain't connected. Quit lying.
Well, my battery went out on my thing because I was like, it's only an hour. I thought I at least had 2 hours worth of charge, and I was like, oh well. So I had to come in another room and let it reset up. So that's why
Oh,
I
that was
went black.
crazy.
Ah!
Oh Lord.
So y'all, I was gonna we're gonna do I don't know if y'all knew, but I mean I know y'all knew Pastor Fred Thomas passed
Oh
away.
yes. Yes.
And this COVID thing, y'all, people are not taking this COVID situation seriously. Oh, that was a Bishop Fred Jones. I see Bishop Fred Jones on there. Mother Mitty, you know
Where
Bishop
you at?
Jones? He
Yeah,
on
I know Ella Jones.
he on there. Bishop Jones, he
Well,
on there.
we can't see. I guess I'd have to find him on my phone. Ella Jones and everybody. How's everybody online? Everybody done hooked up to you. You know, when you come on, everybody gets on. He's
Yeah,
so
that one.
popular.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
they remind me of the Tina Turner review with the
Uh-huh.
gospel formation, honey.
Hmm.
Lord. But
I've seen them in action.
but what I was gonna say, there he is. But what I was gonna say, the Pastor Fred was really really funny, and he would
Mhm.
talk often about how his vision, or he felt like his aspiration was to make people laugh. That's what he wanted to do,
Yeah, it
and
was.
he made millions of people laugh everywhere,
Yes.
and it was unfortunate the way he passed on because it was due to him out there trying to make people laugh. And that's why I tell people this COVID thing is no joke. You always got to look out for other people, because who's to say if he would have went to an event and people were doing what they were supposed to do, he'd be still here, you know? Because COVID is no joke. And Bishop Fred is one to tell you. Bishop Fred Jones Sr., his whole family, they'll tell you it ain't no joke. And
No,
Bishop
it's
Fred
not.
Jones fought that thing at 70, what, 60 something, 70 something
Now,
years old.
he about 79,
By 7,
77. Yeah,
by 7, he's 70 something. But he fought that thing.
he did.
But unfortunately, Pastor Fred Jones had been in the hospital about a year ago. and he was there a long time, and he talks about it. But what I thought about doing tonight, I wanted to pull something from Pastor, like I'm about to read a scripture. I
Yeah,
wanted to
I'm
pull
your word.
something from Pastor Fred. Pastor Fred had this joke that he did, and everybody know he was famous for it. He was famous for it, and it was when he did something about that biscuit. It's something about
Oh, that's my one
Oh,
now.
the Popeyes. I like the
yeah,
Bluebell
I still
song.
sing that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
like that Bluebell song.
Oh, you heard the Bluebell song too?
Oh yeah, that's how I got wind of him. That's when I first got wind of him. Was he got well known for the Bluebell song, and I remember they put him in the commercial when Bluebell was going through their stuff where they had to stop the
I actually
production of the
and I
ice cream.
I
Uh-huh.
actually had that footage, and I was trying to pull it up, but for some reason I couldn't pull it up. But I'm gonna play that. This is Bishop Fred Jones right here, and he's singing something about that biscuit. Let's see if we can pull it in. Let me see.
This Fred Thomas, you keep saying
Fred,
Fred.
I'm sorry, not Fred
Thomas
Jones,
is
not Fred
alive.
Jones. Fred
Don't
Jones is alive and well, y'all.
don't kill him.
Hallelujah!
Fred Jones
Don't kill
is
him.
alive and well. He ain't going nowhere. So I was talking about two Freds, and I got crossed. No, Bishop Fred is watching me right now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Bishop Fred, he yet alive.
yeah. We talking about Pastor Fred Thomas.
Yeah.
All right. So the Pastor Fred Thomas with something about that biscuit.
Yes, yes.
You know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But for me, there's one particular breakfast that just takes me away. Yeah. Something about this biscuit. Something about this biscuit. It is the best biscuit I know. Oh, how I love this biscuit. Oh, how I love this biscuit. It is the best biscuit I know. This honey butter chicken biscuit, I can't explain. Every time I pass Whataburger, I hear it call my name. Hear it call my name. This honey butter chicken biscuit, it's so good to me, so good to me. I'm just waiting on Whataburger to have buy one, get one free. Oh, something about this biscuit. Something about this biscuit. Something about this biscuit. It is the best biscuit I know. It's the truth about it. I love. Oh, how I love this biscuit. Oh, how I love this biscuit. It is the best biscuit I know. Every time I get this biscuit, I get a little extra honey butter, so it won't be dry. It won't be dry. Sometimes I catch myself with a tear coming out of my eye. No, 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 no. Whataburger, I don't care. I don't care if you raise the price, I'll pay. I don't think the honey butter biscuit should just be breakfast. You should sell them. You should sell them all day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Something about this biscuit. Oh, something about this biscuit.
30 years ago, a gospel supergroup came straight out of Detroit with a game-changing sound that transformed the music. Their harmonies gave us gospel slow jams. Sway.
I know you thought Bluebell would never make a return. An old demon called Listeria got Bluebell, made people sick. But I came to encourage you that weeping may endure for a night, but Bluebell is coming in the morning. Isn't anybody ready? Anybody ready for the return? Bottle of dawn is on its way. Homemade but never on its way. Anybody ready? Say yeah! Say yeah! Say yeah! Come on, put your hands together. Listen, Bluebell's the best ice cream in the country. Bluebell's the best ice cream in the country. Oh, we can't wait till you get in the store. Go buy all you got, come right back for more. Bluebell's the best ice cream in the country. Oh, Bluebell's the best ice cream in the country. Bluebell's the best ice cream in the country. We can't wait till you get on the shelf. Go buy all you got, won't be nothing left. Bluebell's the best ice cream in the country. Oh, Bluebell. 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 Oh, Bluebell. Bluebell. Oh, Bluebell's the best ice cream in the country. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
All right,
yes,
all right,
yes.
all right.
He told the truth on that one.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Pastor Fred. Y'all see what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Y'all see? So this man literally took just he just took stuff that was happening around him and sung about it and took the world by storm.
Yes, he did.
Took the world by storm. Yeah. And then he had all kind of songs. He had a song called Stop Breathing, Your Breath Is Killing Me. You know, all kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And he made
Yeah.
them all in the car. Most of them, he'd be singing them in the car when he'd be
Uh-huh.
recording it. It was like,
Yep.
So
yeah.
would.
Yep. And
But
then he was blessed to get picked up. I remember he called me. He told me, he said, Ricky called me. I was like, Ricky? He said, yeah, Ricky Smiley. I was like, really? So he was blessed to get that platform. And I think for the last of his days, for some months, what, about since the beginning of the year, I know. And it may have been longer than that, but he had been on Ricky Smiley every day, 60 seconds with Pastor Fred. So, I mean, sometimes your doors open differently, you
That's
know.
yeah,
right. That's
yeah.
right.
know,
That is the truth.
but I want to admonish people. This COVID thing, y'all, we can't play with this thing, man. We cannot play with it, cause playing with it, you see what happens. Like, it's like people who don't. So tell me this: how do y'all have you done any shows since the pandemic, Miss T?
Yes, I actually went to Alabama in October and
Oh, you
did a COVID uh,
you did a real
segment. And
show.
I actually did it with my mask on because I couldn't determine if I wanted to take it off or not, if I should take it off or not. And I was asking the guy when he called my name, I was saying, how much time do I have? And I couldn't hear him because I'm used to reading lips, right? If I can't hear you, I'll read your lips.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Due to his mask, I couldn't read his lips, and I said it again. I said, "How much time do I have?" And he couldn't tell me. He couldn't. So I had that, and the fact was, should I take my mask off, or should I do it? Leave it on. I went ahead and left it on because earlier I had presented one of the groups their award. And we all kept our mask on so they didn't have to keep re-sanitizing the mic. So, if you pass from person to person. But yes, I did. And it's actually now on YouTube showing now under Delora Live, DLORAH, Delora Live. I'm in episode number 105. Well, the current one now is 106. So you'll see the segment there if you go check it out there on YouTube.
Okay. Now, Miss Mitty, Mother Mitty, how do you do? What is your y'all CDC guide? How do you follow your CDC guidelines when y'all got to do a show? I hadn't done it. Well, I've done a few shows, but mostly I'm behind the camera now. But
Yeah.
what do y'all do? How do you follow what are your CDC guidelines? Preparation? How do you dress? What do you, do you keep sanitizing your pockets? What you do?
Yes. Yes, I keep sanitizer with me, period. I was keeping it before COVID. And I keep sanitizer. I have 2 masks that I wear.
Mm-hmm.
One that go with my outfit. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Come on, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So you got to be safe. And see, sometimes I like to wear, I wear the little cute purses sometimes. So I have little, the little
Okay.
one. Baby, I got
Right.
the Cupid with me. And I have, I wear 2 masks. One is that go with my outfit because I have colorful outfits. And then I put one over that one to protect that one.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I require, you got the wiping of the mics. You got to have that and the covering.
So you let them know, hey, you gonna wipe my mic
You gonna
down.
wipe that mic off. I stand there. See, sometimes they think that's a part of the act, but I stand there until you wipe it off because this ain't no game.
Yeah.
I'm 59 years old. You ain't finna take me out because I done came to your program. You wipe it. And then they have the little Jerry curl, the mic Jerry curl.
Yeah, the little Jerry Kill hat.
They put them on top, and I require one of those. And another, the best thing, I just stay away from everybody. Just just do this, and I'm okay. You ain't got to come way over here. You want the pictures? We got to do that distant thing where we just kind of point at each other type of thing. You just have to, because it's not about being ugly in this season. It's not about being mean. It's about being safe because so many have gone. Fred Thomas was, Lord have mercy, definitely a gift to the kingdom. He really was, and he was a great person to know. Great person to know. And this, you see what it had done to him. Just like you said, Q, he was out still working just to make somebody laugh. Just out to do what he loved to do. And I feel like that's what I want to be found doing. When God do whatever he gonna do with me, be doing it. I want to be found doing what I love.
Yep.
Right.
Not no time soon. Nothing like that.
Yeah, right. What is
I'm
extend
just
that date?
I'd rather just wait till he crack the sky and then we all go. Because that means there's nothing gonna happen after that. See, I don't want to go now because there's so much that's gonna go on when I'm gone. So I feel like if you just if I can wait till you come back,
You don't want to miss nothing.
ain't nothing gonna happen after he come back. So I just wait on him.
Hey, look, let me tell y'all, when I go do a show, I think I did 2. Well, no, I take that back. I did 1, 2, yeah. And I told him, I said, call me when it's my time to go up. And he told me it's going to be a certain time that I went up. Lord, I got there. They gave away gifts. They did all kind of stuff before I went up. And I was like, oh, you lied to me. And that's what I said when I got on the mic. But so then I have this, I don't have it here with me, but I have this atrocious, I know y'all probably seen it. I got this helmet that flaps down like a welding helmet. It's huge.
Yes.
and I wear that bad boy. And if I go in there and I see they ain't being right with their mic,
Take your own.
I got my own mic. This is the gumbo mic right here. No,
Okay.
this is the replica. I think the mama is in that bag in there. But I keep some mics, y'all, cause guess what? People got a bad habit. When they talking, they do this.
Yeah, they kiss the
Right
mic.
there. They still do it. They still do it. So listen, even before COVID came, people was licking on the microphones.
Giving a CPR. Show up.
Yeah. And they sit up there and somebody, we about to raise the offering. And it's always the one ways the offering want to put his bottom lip on the, we about to raise the offering. And we got to give God his due, and will a man
And those
rob?
the asthmatics, the heavy breathers.
Yeah, and they're all
And you don't forget the 50 Shades of lipstick. Oh,
all on the mic. The mic just colorful.
it's so much Mac and Mary Kay.
The mic, the mic just colorful, y'all. I'm telling you. Hey, Mother Mitty, I want to do something before y'all go. If y'all give me a little time, I want to play something from you, and I want to play something from Miss T. And Miss T got this. Wait, Miss T got this song. Lord, I'm gonna let her do it. But this song right here, this is Mother Mitty's song, and like y'all, this song is so funny. The reason why this song is funny is because I done been to several events and watch people thinking they about to just get up there and tear up in the church like they can really sing. But Mother Mitty just had to tell them, you can't sing.
You can't.
Here you go.
Where my usher? Where my
Lord.
Turn it up. There you go. Yeah.
Yes, sir. You think you can sing? You think you can sing? The MC on the program ain't gonna call your name. Well, you sit at the programs all night long. The MC on the program ain't gonna call your name, and you looking real good with your uniforms on. The MC on the program ain't gonna call your name. Ah, you think you can sing? Oh, yes, sir. You think you can sing? You think you can sing? The MC on the program ain't gonna call your name. Help me out, come on. You can't sing. 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 Show can't sing. You can't sing. Shut up. You can't sing. Shut up. You hurt my spirit. Sing. Leave me alone. You can't sing. Get up. Shut up. You can't sing. You messing me. You can't sing. You can't sing. Yeah. I'm telling you right now. Those of you need to tell the truth. Don't sit next to your neighbor and know they out of key. You need to tell them. You. I'm happy. I'm telling they playing. I'm happy. Tell the truth. Yes, sir. Even yes, sir.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna need a background singer. Did you hear that?
Oh yeah, hey, that's the UK saying. The MC on the program ain't gonna call.
And Mr. Q was the one that directed the video, Miss T.
Did he?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It was so funny. If you watch the movie, it's a short film. Man, that rascal was so funny. I couldn't focus. They had all kind of horrible singers in there. But see,
Woo.
everybody in the actual show was funny is watching people who can sing pretend like they can't.
Yeah.
Right.
Cause it's hard for people who really can sing to act like they can't sing, and that was the funniest part about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss T, do you have a song online? You hadn't put your song up yet.
Yeah, I have one, but I mean, it's not ready for publication yet.
Yeah, we don't do it then. Don't do it
Until
because
you agree to put me down for making me a commercial or a video.
Hey,
Donnie won't call me, return my call, so he can help me get it, play the music for it to get me out of there.
hey, don't do it because somebody gonna steal it. Don't do it. So Miss T, hey, Miss T got this one song though. I'm gonna make her sing a little bit of it, mother.
Sing it, Miss T.
Miss T.
Sing it.
So Miss T, I'm gonna introduce the song so people can understand. So you know when you go to churches, like if you don't pay your tithe, they won't bury you.
Right.
So if you ain't paying your tithe, you ain't paying no offering, you're gonna have to go to the people up the street, the mortuary. You have to get your burial up in there. So Miss T just figured out a better way to make money to pay her tithe so she can make sure that they bury you.
Oh,
So Miss T,
sing
this,
it, Miss T.
hey, here go your song, Miss T. Go on, sing it, Miss T. Get them ready.
I'm on the stripper pole to pay my tithes. Yes, I am. I'm on the stripper pole to pay my tithes. Pay my tithes. 'Cause if I don't pay my tithes, they won't bury me when I die. I'm on the stripper pole to pay my tithes.
It will bury you when you never. Lord, the Players Club got to help her get married.
Woo!
Yeah.
You know it's bad.
When I saw these letters going to these parishioners from these churches that were telling them what they were delinquent in, pastors' love offering, they delinquent in their tithes and offering, they've been delinquent in their letters from the church, giving them to people, telling them if you don't get cut up, we're going to excommunicate you out of the church. And I'm like, are you serious? So yeah, that's what
That's all.
That's a good way to get your message across.
That's so funny.
Church
Hey.
sent us back to what we tried to be delivered from. We
Come on.
Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is good. We need to do some more of these right here. We need to do some more of these. This is good. Just to sit here and just laugh, because people don't want to laugh. People do not want to laugh, and I tell people all the time. The Bible tells you, laughter is good medicine. Does good like a medicine.
That's right.
You know.
I don't think it's they don't want to, Q. I just think that life circumstances have got them so overwhelmed. They forgot to look for the silver lining. There's nothing to laugh at. They're too serious now because they're in financial hardship or they're just overwhelmed by circumstances. And I mean, I thank God for my humor. I needed it to help take care of my dad. When I was taking care of him with pancreatic cancer, I needed it, and it came through for me when I was taking care of my mom when she first got put in a nursing home 4 years ago. So I'm grateful for the gift of laughter, and I really appreciate it for what it is. And that's why I don't do clubs. I don't just throw that gift away. I really take care of it and just be careful where God send me to utilize it.
So what I want y'all to do is, because I know, like I say, we about to get off here because I got to come back Wednesday. But what I want to do is y'all give me, y'all, like, Mother Mitty, I'm going to let you go first.
All right.
Your booking information. Like, because like I say, people still booking during the pandemic. I mean, it's almost like we have to write out what we expect. Listen.
Right.
If you're not saved and sanitized, I'm not coming.
Come on.
Saved and sanitized. What's that song, Miss T? What's that song? I got a new song, Mother Mitty.
Yo, you gotta do.
What
Yeah.
is it?
Spray for me.
Oh, on the microphone.
Spray for me. Oh, my brother. Spray for me.
Oh
When they coffin at the altar, please don't forget to spray for me. Oh, Lord. That's my song. So that's going to be in my contract. You got to spray.
You got to. You got to be
And
safe.
have some separate. Matter of fact, you need to dip those mics in some Lysol. Yeah, we need to dip them in Lysol. See, when I used to do comedy at first, I used to tell people, hey, because people that had the bad breath, I said, y'all dip y'all microphones in Listerine before y'all put them up on the thing. But now you got to dip them in like.
Lysol.
Matter of fact, they can take these things right here. You can sanitize these things.
Sure can.
They can be sanitized. You can wipe these things, some good sanitizer, alcohol and peroxide and Lysol. Let it dry. Throw it back on that mic. Gonna kill all the bacterialization.
See?
Come on.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
say,
hard.
hey, wait a minute. Put that back up on the screen.
Oh yes.
Why did it say do not drink? Somebody done drunk that before.
Because look how it look. It look like whiskey.
It looked like something you buy in somebody's backyard.
Lord, like moonshine.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
You got to
That's
have
why I
it.
say
You
do
got
not
to
drink.
have
You know
it.
it look like whiskey.
Oh,
that's right.
Mother Mitty got the pretty bottle of hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I got to have it.
Somebody come over here thinking, oh, Miss T been holding out on her. She didn't tell us she drank the alcohol. No, that ain't for sniffing.
I can't find mine. It's in here somewhere. But y'all look. So what we gonna do is give me your information, and I'm gonna put your booking information on there. Then Miss T, you gonna give me yours, and I'm gonna put yours on there and let it string across the bottom so people can know how to book you. How they book you, Mother Mitty?
You can book me with Bishop Fred Jones. That's my manager. And his number is 832-591-6887. If you can't get that number, because it might be off. I don't know how people pay their bills. You know, I ain't talking about that. I'm not that type of a person. But the other number is 281-630-4767. Now, only serious inquirers apply. That go for Miss T too. Don't be calling if you ain't talking about nothing, because we in the booking business. See, we here to bring
I know
laughter.
that's right. Amen.
We ain't here to
Amen.
produce you, even though we so attractive. We not
Watch
here
out
to
there.
sell nothing else.
Watch
Now,
out there.
and you can reach me also on Facebook, Mother Mitty, just like it's spelled on here, MOTHERMITTIE on Facebook and Instagram. And now on YouTube, because he got us on YouTube. If you click on this show here, you'll see all of us
It's
there.
on. Yes, ma'am. It is on YouTube.
And Miss T, it has just been everything to meet you tonight.
Oh,
Everything.
darling.
I love
Thank
these
you.
new people. Q, you know I love you. Tell Deacon Ray to call me.
I'm gonna tell him.
I'll make him some tea cakes.
Hey, you know Deacon Ray like root beer.
And raisins. I'll be
Oh,
putting some
Jesus.
raisins in them tea cakes.
Y'all let me know when that party is. She put raisins in the tea cakes. What?
Miss T,
Yes,
go
love.
give us your information, baby.
Yeah,
I gotta
what's
put this down. I got
What's
to-
your information, Miss T?
Yes.
My information for booking is my website, www.miztcomedy.com. And my phone number is 713-570-6941. And you know what? If Bishop Fred Jones, if I'm not mistaken, he's on the Let's Talk Gospel Tuesday night calls, because I've been doing them, following them for 6 years. So when you said him, I was like, I recognize that name. I know who they are. I know he'd be like, how she know me? Now I'm there. If I'm not there on Tuesday nights, I'm definitely listening to the replays. It's a lot of good information that I use the same way, because I'm looking to do the same vehicle as singing artists use. But it's still, I understand a different kind of management, because I've had people say, I don't know how to manage a comedian. It's like, well, is it in it the same as an artist? But I guess it's not. So
Nah, I'd say it's the same. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Y'all got anything y'all want to say before we get off of here?
Oh, I also want to say, Mother Minnie, it has been a pleasure meeting with you. And I'm like you, Q. I hope that we can do this again at least once
Yeah,
a month, give
Oh
people
yeah.
something to take their focus off of life and
come on.
being tested and being
Oh,
just stressed out because some people have lost jobs this year and then some people
Oh
have
yes.
created new things this year, to not be concerned about it, because if you're a child of God, there's no reason to be concerned about 2021, because that same sparrow, his eyes on that sparrow for 2020, he's still on me and you for 20 and 21.
oh
So
yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh, now
So,
that's heavy. That's good there.
you got anything, Mother Mitty?
All I got to say is, Q, definitely. I'm with Miss T on that one. Let's do this more often. Also, because when people laugh, when we do what we do and people laugh, you got to know that right then and now, just for that moment, no matter what they're going through,
yeah,
for that moment of
they
laughter,
forgot about
they
it.
forgot about it.
Totally
And
forgot about it.
that's why humor is so important.
Yeah,
Having quick wit and laughter is so important. In this season, everybody that's online in this season, I am gonna say in this season, to live another day is a blessing.
right.
We ain't even in 2021 yet. We still got 3 more days, and let's make the most out of those 3 days because Jesus got up in 3 days. I don't want to preach.
Uh
I
oh.
don't.
Oh, she finna go to chat. Ba, ba, da, da, da.
I don't want to preach. But Jesus got up in 3 days, baby. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen in the next 3 days to
That's
one of us.
right.
Because something great can happen with one of us or
Mm-hmm.
somebody we know. Spread the word. Jesus lives, and humor ain't
Yes,
nothing wrong with humor.
Mm-hmm.
that's
Nothing.
right.
Nothing.
That's
You
right.
need something to laugh about. And that's why we here. And God ain't gonna let us go nowhere till He ready.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
That's
glad I was
right.
online. Q, bless you for your platform. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
ma'am.
Thank you so
Amen.
much. We love you. And Natalie, your wife,
She in there in the living room watching something.
tell I love her.
Yes,
Tell I
ma'am.
love her.
So y'all check this out too. So what's gonna happen? Speaking of Natalie, what's gonna happen Wednesday night? And I'm gonna make this announcement once y'all get off. We're gonna what I do on Mondays is like I may call it Free Flow Monday. We just talk. I bring in the more relaxing part of the conversation, the platform. Cause on Wednesdays we hit them. And this Wednesday we're gonna talk about cultural conversation. Why aren't we talking about it? And we're going to be talking about these schools and our children of color and how they're not getting the things that they need because of the culture, and how the teachers don't understand them because of the culture. So like I say, Mondays we try to give them that smooth groove, like Tina Turner. You started off smooth, then
Yeah.
she rough, he ended rough. Wednesday we gonna step on some
You're gonna
feet.
hit him hard,
Yeah,
huh?
we gonna hit them. So, ladies, I thank y'all for coming in. I'm gonna play a
Thank you for
commercial.
having me.
I'm gonna play a commercial. Then I'm gonna do an announcement, and then we gonna be out. So make sure, ladies and gentlemen, you always tune in on Mondays and Wednesdays right here on Mr. Q's Plugged In Virtual Show.
Smooth, refreshing, Finetta tea. Whether you drink from a bottle or pour it in your favorite glass, you will still enjoy the taste of fresh fruit and ingredients that will keep your body happy and healthy. Finetta tea.
So, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget that this Wednesday, right here on Mr. Q's Plugged In Virtual Show, we will have special guest Natalie Samuels, my wife, and also Virginia Redwine Johnson talking about cultural conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, tune in. If you would like to donate, you would like to bless us with the seed, you can do so right here. And we have the Cash App is right here. So if you would like to, anytime you feel like, you just want to bless us or give something to the show or whatever, you're always welcome to do so right here at the Mr. Q's plugged in virtual show. But until then, I'll see you all later. You have a great one. God bless you and peace out.